Okay, I think I'm gonna go from the top. Hey guys, I'm Allie Button, and I recently had an opportunity to work with the team at Access Hollywood, and they filmed an episode here in Orlando, Florida. It was so cool and so amazing to be part of their project. I got to meet Mario Lopez and Kit Hoover and like everybody who works with Access Hollywood. And we filmed at Volcano Bay. It was just so much fun. And I want to share that experience a little bit and also answer some questions because I've had a lot of questions about how did this even happen. So let's get into it. So I answered a casting call. It said we're looking for a female in her 20s to 30s. It's for a spot on a daytime talk show. They didn't say what show. And the Bachelorette would pick one of 3 amazing guys to go out on a date with. And that was it. They said, if you're interested, email this email. So I did, and I said, I'm available. What do you need from me? They emailed me that day saying, okay, if you want to audition for this, you just send in a 60-second video. You have to say your name, your age, occupation, a little bit about yourself, and then what do you look for in a guy. And then a couple days later, they were like, okay, we've narrowed it down to like 3 different girls. You're the favorite so far. We just have to have everybody do a COVID test, and we'll go from there. So I did a COVID test. It came back negative, and they did end up choosing me. Not sure what happened to the other girls, but I was the only Bachelorette for the show. And yeah, that's how I got it. I answered a casting call. Okay, I was really nervous. I don't know why I was nervous, but I was really nervous to meet him. He got his start on Saved by the Bell, and then he's been like an excellent host for most of his life on these TV shows. I think he hosted Extra, and he hosts Access Hollywood and Access Daily. And he's on TV all the time. Like the last time he was on my TV, he was having dinner with Lisa Vanderpump at Villa Rosa. He's on TV all the time. You know, on the first day of filming, I told them, hey, can you just like give me a heads up before I meet Mario? Like, let me know if I'm about to meet him so that I can like mentally prepare. But they didn't. I was up in the cabana and they're like, Allie, come on down, we're gonna get you mic'd now. When you're getting mic'd up, you'll have like a mic right here, and it sticks right on to the inside of your shirt. And then they had to like wire it around me and put a swimsuit on, so they had to put that like mic box down my back and like make sure that wasn't gonna fall out or anything. So I had a guy's hand down my back of my swimsuit trying to get this mic box to like stay in a position that was comfortable. And then I look over to my right and like there's Mario Lopez. No warning, he just pops over and like, oh, he's getting his mics done too. All right, and so he like literally looks me straight in the eye. He's like, hey, Allie, shakes my hand, and he just had a big smile on his face, and like, I was like, wow, I'm meeting Mario Lopez. I said, hey, Mario, it's really nice to meet you. I'm really excited for today. And yeah, that's how I met Mario Lopez. He was very nice. Like, he knew who I was. Mario Lopez knew who I was. What was the show about? What was this? So it was an episode of Access Hollywood. It was a segment called Mario's Dating Pool. We were at Volcano Bay. I had 5 bachelors to like speed round interview, and they came down a slide one by one. It was a big like looping slide, and then they got dumped out. It was one that you didn't ride a raft in, like you just slid down with your body, and then they got dumped out into the water into a 10-foot pool. It was like a dating pool, literally. So they land in the pool, have to swim over to the edge of the water. I'm sitting next to the pool. Mario's sitting right next to me. We've got cameras here everywhere. Cameras right in front of me, all over to the side. And it reminds me so much of the old MTV dating shows like Next and Room Raiders and whatever else they had, like just really cheesy. It was definitely entertainment. So the guy would swim over, Mario would introduce us to each other, and he would say, okay, Allie, ask your questions. And I had a list of questions that I would ask, and I would ask them quickly. I'd be like, do you have your own Netflix account? Have you ever ghosted someone? Are you a mama's boy? Just stuff like that. I didn't get to pick the questions. They were already decided for me, and then the guy had to answer them quickly. He had like 60 seconds to answer, and then Mario and I collaborated and decided if the guy was going to continue on to the next round or if he was going to get kicked out of the pool. And I think Mario kicked out 2 of the guys because one guy didn't have a job and one guy had a girlfriend. Like, he admitted that. So Mario has some good judgment. The next round, I had to choose one of the guys to go out on a date with, and so I picked one. And then we interviewed about it. The second day of filming, the guy that I chose and I went to the Access Hollywood stage, and they were filming an episode of Access Daily right then. And we had a little interview about our day at the pool. Yes, we did. So after the first day of filming, we all got to hang out afterwards. And it was really nice because I felt like when you're filming and like just reading off the script, no one's really getting to know each other. So yeah, we did. After we were filming that first day, we had one of the VIP staff that was working on set with us. They came over and they said, okay, so all the bachelors and the bachelorette, like, we have a VIP team that will take you to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure if you guys want to go. So you guys can go home, you're done for the day, but we do have like a VIP tour guide set aside for you guys if you want to go to the park right now. Which we all said yes. It was like overwhelmingly, yes, let's go to the park, it's free, and we get to like get express passes. We met our VIP tour guide, Paul, and he was so fun. He took us to every ride that we wanted to go to and held our things. We went up the exit of every ride. He held our things, like our hats, our phones, our wallets, so you didn't have to use a locker. He was literally the best. And he would like tell you about the ride, and we didn't have to wait in line because we went up the exit and immediately got onto the ride. It was like celebrity treatment. It was so cool. I love the simulation rides. I love Transformers. I also love the Hulk. We rode Hagrid's magical motorbike adventure ride, and then we got to ride the new Velociraptor ride. We all got to ride the rides together, and for a couple of the rides I actually sat next to the guy that I had chosen to go out on the date with, and so I got to know him a little bit more before our actual date, and that was really cool. So the Hagrid Ride is one of the newer rides, and it's at Universal Studios. Or wait, actually that one might be in Islands of Adventure. So Hagrid's is in Islands of Adventure. Yeah. And that one is so cool because it's really fast, it's out in the open, and you have 2 people sitting next to each other. You've got one person is on an actual motorcycle, like you have handlebars in front of you, you can hold on to them. And then the person sitting next to you looks like they're sitting in one of those like motorcycle passenger seats. It's really cute. So you have to decide, do you want to be the passenger or do you want to be driving the motorcycle? Yeah, it's a newer ride. It's one of the best. If you've never ridden it, you should definitely go and ride it. So there's an even newer ride that just opened at Islands of Adventure. It's in that Jurassic Park area, and it is the Velocicoaster, which is like the fastest roller coaster I have ever been on by far. You almost need like a disclaimer before you get on it, like this is a really intense roller coaster, but it's also like so worth it because it's gorgeous. The views are amazing, and it's like Jurassic Park themed, so how can you not? I love Jurassic Park. Me and the guy that I picked for the date, we got to ride in the front row. It just goes so fast. I think it goes 70 miles per hour. Yeah, it's really, really fast. There's a part where you're upside down right over the water. You feel like you're going to go right into the water. And there's a part where you come around a corner, and it's like you're accelerating as if you're a velociraptor. And it's just like You just have to experience it. Go ride that ride. Okay, so honestly, I didn't come up with the questions to ask the guys. I always wonder how they do reality television and like, you know, do they coach people on what to say? So what happened is I think the guys had to answer like a questionnaire of 40 questions, and then the producers went through, picked the questions that had the best answers. So it was like, do you have a job? Have you ever ghosted anyone? What do you like to cook? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have your own Netflix account? And so each guy would come down the slide, they would make a splash, swim over to us, and I had like my card of questions. I thought I was gonna meet the guys for the first time whenever we were already filming, or maybe like right before we were gonna start filming. Like, you know, they're coming down the slide to interview with me, and I thought that's when I was actually going to be meeting them for the first time. But it didn't actually go down that way. Before we went onto set, everybody had to do a negative COVID test. And so we were at this tent all together. We were all waiting for our COVID test results, and we just got to know each other. We learned their names, what everybody does for work, just like, you know, how they interact. And so that is how I got to meet them. What do I look for in a guy? I like to keep it simple. First impression wise, I like to see muscles. I'm not even ashamed to say that, but like if you work out, that says a lot about you. You don't need to be super chiseled. You don't need to look like an action figure. It's just like, do you know how to work out? Do you know how to build muscle? And stay healthy. That's what matters. And I also really, really love somebody who can make me laugh. I love comedy so much, and so if somebody has to have a good sense of humor if they want to be around me. They should be ambitious. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but a lot of guys can't keep up with me. I do so much, and I work so hard, and I support myself, so I don't actually need a guy. I don't need support from him. He's going to be in my life because I want him to be. So he's got to be confident on his own. He's got to have his own job and just be really ambitious, because I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to date a poor guy. I don't know. I like nice things. Nice things cost money. So I didn't actually decide what I was going to wear. Access Hollywood staff, they sent me a couple swimsuits. They went onto Amazon and sent me a few swimsuit options. They were all like pink, red, burgundy. We just picked one. I picked this like bright candy apple red swimsuit with some ruffles here and then a white sarong. I was so nervous to do the interview on stage. I didn't have a script to read from. I was just winging it. Someone on the staff was there with me and the guy that I chose, kind of coaching us on what we can say. And they're like, yeah, just recap, you know, how the day at the pool went. If there was anything that the guys said that you want to like recap and share that was funny or cool, you can share all that stuff. And I was like trying to rack my brain, and like my mouth was going dry. I remember I was really nervous because there were some things that I felt like I shouldn't mention from the pool day. For example, somebody almost drowned, and a lifeguard had to jump in. One of the guys, he actually didn't know how to swim, and it was a 10-foot pool. He splashed down from the slide, and like he just sank. He just sank, and he didn't know how to swim, and so a lifeguard had to jump in and save him. And I was like, okay, well, they're for sure not gonna use that footage, so I won't even mention that. And so the first thing that they do is they bring it up.
Allie, welcome back. Great to see you. So, first of all, I can't believe there was guys literally risking their life for you. My guy didn't know how to swim.
No, he went under and said, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, and the lifeguard had to come. That's how serious they are about finding love.
I thought they were kidding at first, but...
And he had a girlfriend, yes, to top it all off.
Yeah, and then we brought on the guy that I picked to go out on the date with, and
Did the slide help you slide into finding some love, you think?
I think it did.
Really? Okay. You picked a winner, right?
Yeah, I think I found somebody that I could really like and get to know, and yeah.
We'll see how it goes, right? Let's bring him out.
Who
Come
did
on
she
out, big
choose?
winner.
Oh, he's so cute!
Oh, it's cute.
Aww.
Q, congratulations, man. It's funny.
Thank you. I
Q was
appreciate
the
it.
first one to slide in there, so first impressions clearly.
I know, right?
mean
I
a lot.
had to set the trend, you know. I
You did make a really good first impression, honestly. All of your answers were great.
What was it about Q specifically that?
Muscles, yes. I thought that he had a good body, and I thought that he was funny. And whenever he answered the question about like what kind of food would you make, I thought it sounded really yummy.
That's right, he cooks.
He cooked.
Yeah.
A man that cooks is big. Now, after the shoot, did you guys get to talk and like hang out for a little bit?
Yeah, we actually did. We went out to the park, and I got to sit next to him for some of the rides.
There you
Good
go.
chance to meet each other, you know, get to know each other a little bit better.
So the two of you are going to be heading to the spectacular Toothsome Chocolate
Ooh.
right here at Universal City Walk. We hope this is a love match.
Have fun, you
And
can
what-
send us pictures.
Yes.
And Mario, you can all.
that was pretty much the end of the interview. They gave us a $175 gift card to go spend there, which we spent every penny of it. And then they gave us another free day at the parks afterwards, and we had express passes. At the end of the interview, Kit and Mario, they were so nice. They stood up and just like both gave me a hug. And they're like, "Great job, it was really nice to meet you. See you later." And I was just like, wow, I just didn't know what to expect, and these people are so nice, and how special that I got to have the opportunity to do that.
Hello from Universal City Walk. I'm here with Q, and we're about to go have lunch at the
Toothsome
Chocolate Emporium.
This is beyond us. We have never been here before. This is a new experience. So.
Yes, I wonder if we're gonna have chocolate for lunch. We'll see.
The date was good. So like I said, we went to the Chocolate Emporium at City Walk. We had a $175 gift card to spend, and they have a really big menu that clearly Chocolate Emporium, like they're gonna be known for sweets and chocolate, and they're really well known for like super decadent milkshakes. That's like their thing. We ordered several appetizers. I got a salad as the entree because we had ordered like, you know, different appetizers to try, and I just, knew that would be enough food. I had a couple drinks. Oh my gosh, it was so funny because at lunch, while we were filming at the Access Hollywood stage, you know, it's just out in the open, and tourists just like coming and sitting down in the amphitheater area and just watching us film. So there was a family actually sitting next to our table at the Chocolate Emporium, and they looked over to us and they were like, "Hey, sorry to bother you guys. Were you just down there filming on that stage?" And we were like, "Yeah. Did you see that?" And he was like, "Yeah, we were just down there and we watched you guys. Are you on your date right now?" And we were like, "Yeah." I felt like a celebrity. They were like, "Oh, that's so cool. We'll have a nice time." I just felt like, I felt so special. I'm not even special. I'm just a normal, regular girl who just happens to live in Orlando. Anyway, so the second part of the date was supposed to be us going back to the theme parks, and we had our express passes to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, but the guy, he was like, I have something I have to go do actually after lunch. I think he had to go meet somebody. So he's like, I can't go to the park with you. And I was like, what a bummer. It's like, you're kind of dipping out on me halfway through our date. So yeah, that was most of the questions that I got, and it was such a cool experience. I'm still shocked I got to meet Mario Lopez and that he was so nice and so cool and easy, and I love Volcano Bay, so it was really good to be back there. If you've never been to Volcano Bay, it's the Universal Studios water park. It's so cool. There's all these different slides. Yeah, so I hope I answered all the questions. It was a great experience. Thanks for watching this video. Feel free to like and comment. If you have any more questions, let me know. Subscribe to my channel. Expect more YouTube videos coming from me. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.